listen, my girlfriend, she had always wanted to go with me. She said she wanted to see this weekly poetry event called Groove Speak that held my attention all week. She wanted to know how could I be so free to be intimate with someone that I only seen but once a week. And all she knew was that her name began with a P. And I said, sweetheart. All I know is when she first spoke to me, she made me feel like I could grow trees or similes with just my thoughts. But it was the attention of my third eye that she plainly caught. And I never previously believed that love at first sight till I put my crosshairs on her words and I blinked. And every time I saw, she made me think that there was nothing created by the creator that was greater than she. Because she always had the right words to say, but better than that, she always knew when to say them. She had my favorite songs stored on the lips and she always knew the right time to play them. And when my problems got too big and they became my Goliath, she would always step in on time to become my David. Let's face it, she had me. And I was happy. She made me feel like love was new again. I declare she was my art, and for her, I would love to create frames for her works to live in. She was my offering plate, y'all, and for her, I wouldn't hold back my giving. She made life worth the living. Even when I looked at other women, I got this sick feeling in my stomach that I was sinning. I even took all the hands off my clocks and my watches because I wanted my time spent with her to be endless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoot, that line was hot right there. The hands on my clocks and my watches because I wanted my time spent with her to be endless. My tried to explain to my girlfriend that I was in love with another woman, but it was something about my explanation that she just wouldn't get. I mean, she just wouldn't listen. So I finally let her come with me. As we approached the venue, my heart begins to beat faster and my lungs got heavy. Emotion began to flood my veins like a couple of broken down levees. All I could do was stop and breathe. My girlfriend looked over at me and she wanted to know what was wrong with me, and I couldn't even speak. All I could do was stop and breathe. But as I turned the doorknob, suddenly a feeling came over me and it felt good. And I don't know, it could have been the jazz band playing or the incense blazing, but whatever it was amazing because it made me feel good. You know, good like the feeling you get when the water from around the beach runs through your toes. It takes away every step that you ever stepped in the wrong direction and it flows in. The middle of your serenity, to call the ocean, when the cool wind blows and you get lost in the breeze. You better. Good. So we took our seats and we waited and anticipated to her next to the stage as B.M. Once on stage, I closed my eyes and I began to speak. I was making love to her with just my concentration. I was getting wet with my syllables to dance with our poetic conversation. It was like she hung on every verb, word, and noun that I was reciting. With every pause in my piece, I saw a spirit take flight in. It was like we took a journey through the moons, over the stars, and when the journey was over, I opened my eyes, left the stage, sat next to my girlfriend, but to my surprise, when we locked eyes, she said, "Would you now introduce me to this lady that you've been seeing?" I said, "Sweetheart, it's someone that you already know." She said, "It's someone that I've already know. How could you do this to me? I'm about to leave and know you can't go with me." I said, "Sweetheart, before you leave, let me introduce you to this lady that I've been seeing. Her name is Miss Poetry. Her name is Miss Poetry. So forgive me if I cheat."
All right.
3-way.